everyone, I want to welcome you once again and thank you for tuning into this lesson. I appreciate all of you, those who are making comments, asking questions, subscribing, liking and sharing. I know we get to learn along with each other. So today we are looking at how to use words with the hyphenated words with the prefix re. How can we hyphenate words that begin with prefix re? Now, the following rule should always be considered before hyphenating any word that begins with the prefix re. So what does the rule state? The rule states that when you use the hyphen with the prefix re, then make sure that the word you are hyphenating means again. The word you are hyphenating means again after the word that you shall hyphenate after the prefix re, it should mean again in that particular sentence. And if you omit the hyphen from that word that begins with the prefix re, then it will bring the meaning of another different word altogether, as we shall see in the following example. So let us see, how do we hyphenate words that begin with prefix re and what do they mean in a particular sentence? Example 1. I have recovered the sofa twice. If you look at that example, it is hyphenated. We have the prefix re with an hyphen. But what does the sentence literally mean? I have recovered the sofa twice. The re does mean again, and so should be hyphenated because we are talking about recovering the sofa twice. There are some recovery that have been done earlier, but in this case you are doing it twice. So what are you doing? You are supposed to hyphenate the prefix re with the word covered. So it be I re hyphen covered the sofa twice because it brings the idea or the understanding of again in that particular sentence. Now, what about example number 2? We shall recover from her. Will she recover? Sorry, will she recover from her illness? Will she recover from her illness? Now, if you look at this sentence, it does not bring the idea of redoing a certain action, and so in that case, we don't need to hyphenate the prefix re with that particular word because the sentence re does not mean again. So we do not need hyphen in a sentence where the meaning does not mean again. So we do not need an hyphen after the prefix re. But in a sentence, just as we see in example 1, in a sentence whereby it means redoing an action, then we will be forced to hyphenate that particular sentence. Now, select the correct answers from this exercise. I have simple questions for you, about 3 questions that were numbered below, but I want to engage you. Please try and see which one is correct before we give final answers. As we go through the question, come up with your answers so that we can, if we go to the answers, you check whether you are right or not. And of course, we are learning. So question 1 says, please call the restaurant to reserve a table. The question is, do you think reserve should be hyphenated or not? Please call the restaurant to reserve a table. What is your answer? Should we reserve the word reserve? Should we hyphenate it or not? Now, what about part B of question 1? What does it say? Please call the restaurant to reserve a table. So that the word reserve is hyphenated. Do you think it's right or not? I want your answer in the comment section. Part C of question 1 says, please call the restaurant to reserve a table. This now is a 2-word, re and serve. So between question 1A and BC, which is the correct word or which is the correct sentence that is supposed to apply in such a case? Now, question 2 says, I resent the file to you last night. I resent the file to you last night. Do you think we need an hyphen after the prefix re or not? Question 2, part B say, I resent the file to you last night. Now, this one is an hyphen. According to you, is it right or not? Then part C of question 2 say, I resent the file to you last night. And in this case, it is 2-word. So from your understanding of what we have explained about the use of prefix re and how it's supposed to be hyphenated, what is your thought on the same? Let us look at question 3, part A. What does it say? I'll print out the letters again and you can resign them. I'll print out the letters again and you can resign them. So the word is resign because it has prefix 3. So what is your thought about it? Do we need an hyphen or not? What about part B of question 3? It says, I'll print out the letters again and you can resign them. Now here there's an hyphen. What thought do you give it? Is it correct? I need your comment, please. Part C says of question 3, I'll print out the letters again and you can resign them. And now it is 2 words. So we've got 3 questions with 3 subsections that I want to see what is your thought and approach about it according to how we are supposed to hyphenate words that begin with prefix 3. So those who have attempted the question, let's go to answer to see whether you are right in question 1. What was the answer in question 1? The answer was, please call the restaurant to reserve a table. So those who chose that choice which had no hyphen after prefix 3, you are right. Congratulations. And what about question 2? What was the possible answer? Question 2, I sent the files to you last night. So those of you who said that that question 2, the choice that had hyphen was correct, again, congratulations, because you are right. What about question 3? What was the answer? I'll print out the letters again and you can resign them. Again, to those who chose that answer in question 3, which has hyphen, then again, you are also right. So thank you so much for your time and participation, and I hope the lesson has been so interactive and at least we've got to learn something. I know the rule may be exemplary in some situations, but in most cases it does apply, and so because we are learning along, let's share ideas and comments where necessary for adjustment, and we shall do so. I thank you for your time, and once again, I want to appreciate everyone. Until we meet in the next lesson, goodbye.